So, we have another show match here, right?
We got Oya versus Sziky.
Whoa.
A best of 7.
Best of 7. A PVC. The fight to see who has the most Imba race. Nice.
Sziky used to be the top foreigner when I came back. That's what I heard.
Yeah, Sziky was number 1. I believe he has this rivalry with Scan. So I
read a Wikipedia page about that. I didn't even know about it. He used to take games off Scan, which is really impressive. This was about 9 years ago, I think.
I wasn't playing at that time, but as a nerd I am, I sometimes follow the Brood War scene, and I heard about Sziky.
Because the article when I read it sounded like Scan was being BM and Sziky was a good guy or something like that. I don't know who wrote that though. It seemed a little biased.
Yeah, but still funny. I love drama.
Me too. On that note, let's get into game 1 of Sziky.
The Sonatos.
For Sonatos, who's trying to get his internet fixed. He just recently got a new internet at his apartment, and it's a little laggy. The good news is Oya has agreed to play on his stream shirtless for one day if the prize pool of our tournament reaches $6,000. I'm asking other players if they would do that as well, including Terror U, who I think would say yes.
Yeah, Terror will say yeah.
He's a really fun guy.
Terror is a funny guy. Yeah, you have to send him some beer, and he will do anything.
Yeah, Terror U has one of the best streams. Oya as well. A lot of players do, but I'm new to the whole Twitch scene, and I've kind of tuned in and hung out, and I really like Terror U's.
Yeah. It's a great guy as well. You can every time you see him stream, he's always in a good mood.
Yeah, I like seeing people who are relaxed and having fun. I've caught Terror U before drinking. Someone subscribed a lot, and he took like a lot of shots, and he was just hanging out and smiling, and it was nice.
Yeah. So. This is Benzine, right?
Yeah, and Sziky, by the way, is streaming as well on his name, except with 4 Ys.
I got the chance to cut his stream, but I didn't stick around for much.
Are we gonna see a gate?
I think the Forge, since he sent the probe to scout.
We're not going to see either. Benzine's a huge map. We're just going to go straight next.
What's the right thing? Yeah, because he saw there's no pool, right?
And Benzine is like 2 years from one base to the other. So it's just.
You think so?
Benzine is a map where you go Nexus, Gate, Gas, Pylon, Core, Forge. It's a silly map, but no, he's not going to go Forge. This is the kind of map where you don't go Forge for as long as possible. He is going to kill a drone, however.
And hot in the sauna. You know what's funny? I asked all the players in our tournament to like make up a nickname or tell me if they had one. They're like, we don't have one. I'm like, just make one up so we can use it. They're like, you can't just make up your own nickname. Somebody has to give it to you.
Yes.
So apparently Sonatos didn't come from Oya. People just called him that. And the Swedes like saunas. They're usually naked in them. Just FYI.
I don't know why he's Sonatos, to be honest.
So, yeah, we're seeing him go Gate, Pylon, Gas. Still no Forge now. The pool is about to finish, however, and we're going to see how many lings Sziky makes. But okay, it's going to be full 6 lings. He does actually need a Forge at this point. He's going Core. There's no Zealot building.
Well, he's not doing any scouting with his probe, which I'm not understanding why the probe is out.
Sziky can do moving shots. But Oya is flying too close to the sun here. This is first Zealot just started. The link's already done. Now the Forge can basically close the gap, so it can be held with 2 Zealots. But
alright, so he sees the links.
Yeah. He will have a Zealot and a half by the time they get here. This is just such a huge map.
I guess you can afford to take your sweet time.
I mean, he's pushing it. He went core before Zealot. If you look at the timing, normally the core and the lair at the same time, and then the Stargate and the Spire at the same time. In this case, the Stargate is starting as the lair starts. Like, that's how greedy he's been. But there's only 6 links. So he's going to get 2 Zealots out. He's going to be able to hold it.
Oh, just barely.
Oh, and the only link that got in dies. Yeah, Oi is really, really far ahead here. This is a ridiculously fast Stargate. He's been really greedy and he hasn't been punished. He's up 7 workers and his tech is way, way better. Like, this Corsair time is just going to blow Sziky away. He's not going to know how this was done. Just gate, pylon, gas, core. Like, core before Zealot. Core before Forge. So greedy.
We've organized some show matches between Sziky and DeWalt. Check them out on the YouTube. Link is on our Twitch. A really good ZVP player.
So that +1 air and +1 ground timing is nicely synced up. There's Cisco coming. And I wouldn't be surprised if I just closes that with the speed lot Corsair timing. Like, he's in a great position to do that here. The Corsairs are going to do a shit ton of damage. I wouldn't be surprised if we've got 3 Overlords here with the Corsairs. And then the follow-up attack is just, there's no way that Sziky can hold it. That was a good job with the Zealots. He just, sent the Zealots out, showed Sziky that he was sending them out, and then he pulls them back because he's not ready yet. He's waiting for the speed and the +1. But he made Sziky preemptively make the links, which now don't do anything.
Yeah, I'm surprised Sziky made a bunch of links on a large map like this.
I mean, it's a bluff, and you know it's a bluff, but you still have to give it a bit of credence because otherwise you end up just losing to some Zealots in your base and you look like an idiot. Yeah, the Corsairs in his base, second Corsairs crossing the map, and the Spire's only just now finished. Like, this is just too fast. That +1 air armor is really late compared to the speed, so compared to the +1 air. Yeah, it looks like my prediction of 3 Overlords is pretty much spot on. He does need to back them off now, though. He's not going to get a 4. Okay, he is going to get a 4. Yeah, you can't lose 4 Overlords like this, but this is all because it's Benzene and Oya just played it super fucking greedy.
Snipes Corsair, that was nice.
I do like how Sziky's making a bunch of creep on him. He's just going to make Sunkens because he's correctly identified that the time is coming and that he can't actually hold it with units. There's just no way he can get the units in time. So he's not going to try. He's just making Sunkens and he's just playing to survive. Here comes the push.
I think making Sonics behind the mineral line is really effective.
I agree, although he could have just put 3 Zealots on that Sunken node at the start and
yeah,
done a lot of damage to it. But yes, this is, I mean, he's getting a lot down here with these Zealots. If you look at the drone count, the reason Sziky's drone count is so low is because of the need to make Sunkens. And I like this run by as well. He's only going to get 1 in, but 1 in is still a lot of damage. I was expecting that attack to kill Sziky, but it's still done a lot.
It would be nice to that baby, Quark. Got a bunch of Mitas, 5 Corsairs. Don't want to lose these temps. Oh, lost one. That's a nice play.
There are too many Scourges, to be honest.
So Aya's Robo is pretty late here, and this is the thing that he does in his PvP. He always goes for very late Robo. He just does his second push without Robo and just relies on Storm to kill any lurkers he finds.
And Sziky, is he looking for Templars spawning out or anything he can pick off? Nope, he's looking for that.
He's looking for the opponent who hasn't made enough Corsairs and just trying to get killed. But Aya's been making the stairs constantly. So that's a really good power move there, where you just, as they push out, you fly into the open mass meter and
Ouch.
Scourge. And if they haven't made enough Corsairs, they just die. It's just GG in that situation.
I wonder if that Muta attack was a good idea.
It's a good play against opponents who lose to it, but it didn't look like Aya's one of those today.
Oh, we're almost full energy on this thing. Got a link counter?
That was the ranged attack upgrade that he just cancelled as well. So the Hydras and the Lurkers are not going to have that upgrade. Link counter's good, but he's going to lose his hatchery here. Down to 2 gases again. Yeah, this is stylistic. He doesn't build a Robo on time. He just goes without it and hopes for the best. And it's kind of funny because I think a lot of Zerg just assume that if they build like 2 Lurkers, you won't try any.
Quark cutting out a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. I don't know what to make of this goon attack here. I think he's gonna lose everything.
He can afford to lose everything. He's got the economy to back this up.
Looks like it. Observatory almost done at the 13-minute mark. Moving out.
So maybe Oya can throw a third now.
He's got 1-2 upgrades.
He's pushing up. Well, he has the money, right? So
He's got the
I don't know.
He's got the supply.
I don't see any Templars there.
I don't know if I want to see Sziky being too aggressive. Maybe try to defend a attack successfully and trying to win on a counter. I get a feeling that Sziky's going to be aggressive, or the aggressor, and Oya's just going to smash the attack. Counter and win.
We have to wait and see, to be honest. There are lots of lurkers I don't see.
See, I think it's a mistake to let Protoss even through the ramps here.
Well, even though he got through the ramp.
Fast out of the check.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a perfectly fine defensive position to take.
Well,
Storm on the zone observer. Oh, he killed it. Storm the zone observer to death.
No. What? No.
Oh, he's fucked this up. However, he has taken the expansion at 6, and that's actually a really strong expansion to take because it gives him the 5 o'clock 1 to 3. If he can secure 6, then that
was good for Sziky.
Then he basically gets 5. Oh, he's still in a fantastic position. Also, if we look at the upgrades, I is pulling ahead because of that cancelled evo.
2-3.
Like, yeah, it's really good upgrades. Like Hydras are doing from base 10, they're going down to 7, and then that gets half against small targets like Zealots. Those Hydras are just doing nothing.
Should get +1 attack on the Hydralisk soon. Oh yeah, he's moving out. He's gonna scout it. Is he gonna counter? Yeah. Send off the drones?
Yeah, I think the Sziky is correctly identifying that he can't actually beat this army. The Zealots are so beefy. Yeah, we'll kill the Nexus and go. We'll kill the Hatchet and go. Oh, he doesn't know about 6. See, the middle alone is not actually important at all. I can lose that, and it doesn't make a difference. Oh, you've got to protect those observers. You cannot give Sziky the observer. It's the 6 o'clock expansion though that is like expansion is going to win in the game.
+1 observer.
He stormed it again. Oya's observers are not having a good day.
So we got 1. It's gonna live. Oh, he found the other one.
It's too late now though. Oya's just going to be able to attack me across. And he didn't even kill the middle only. If he did get this expansion and the other one, he could actually be in position because Oya's mined out his main and that. But Oya's still on 2 bases now. And he's on 2 bases with 3 gas to the opponent on 2 bases 2 gas. So 3 bases 2 gas.
I mean, there's a supply difference, but Sziky still has a chance, I feel. And just as I said that, he says GG and taps out.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't impossible for Oya to lose, but he would have to try.
I wonder if it was closer than he thought, though.
I was thinking that game, the way that game was going to go was Oya was going to take bottom right and play defensively for the next minute or 2. And Sziky could do nothing about that. All Sziky could do is retake top left. Also, the upgrade difference does make it is a big deal late game PvZ. If your upgrades are that much stronger than your opponents, it doesn't give them much opportunity to come back. Like Sziky was reaching Hive and could get cracklings, but the crackling is going to do 1 damage a hit. Like you could kill them with probes. That was the upgrade difference that was going on there.
Game 2 on Fighting Spirit, past the 7. Oya's up. 1 point. So I wonder if we're gonna see a gateway or forge. My money's on a gateway.
Yeah, Oya does favor the gate expand. Also, if it was forge, I think he would have sent out his probe to scout. Although he could just still do a 12-12. Yeah, that's the gateway. I don't like that gateway positioning. I think it should be slightly further forward because if you look at where the Nexus is going to go, he's going to have a hard time placing cannons there.
Not sure
and they're
why
both getting first out.
Are you saying it's too close to where the Nexus
This is Discord whispering. How are you?
I mean,
You are at 200% now, my friend.
mic test.
Yeah, but it's still low. It's not your usual loud, vibrant voice. Is he gonna allow this expansion? Zealot is halfway done? Oh, almost blocked it. Zealot stopped for some reason. I wonder if that's a mistake.
No, he's up against an overpull, so it's you don't want to run the Zealots across the map in the same way as an overpull. What he's done here is because there was an overlord over his gateway, he sent the Zealot out to show his opponent that the Zealot was attacking, but he doesn't actually want to attack it because then it will die.
Yeah, it's just rally.
He's forcing Lings. Yeah, he's forcing Lings by sending the Zealots out, but he doesn't actually want to get. He doesn't give his opponent value from the Lings. It's a weird situation where you want them to counter what you're doing, but if they counter what you're doing too well, you don't want that counter to actually work.
Right.
You want to make them do it and then don't give them their reward. Because if you force them to do something and then they do it, then they get rewarded, then you just punch yourself in the face. You haven't actually got anything out of that.
Okay, I think I fixed it.
Welcome resistance.
Yeah, you have. Okay, we're gonna see if Oya can do what Kala can't, which is defend a gateway without letting the Lings in. I don't like him bringing that probe back because he's now going to have no vision on the map.
How far along is his defense? Because he only has, what, 3 units tops to make a wall, but nothing to attack back with?
Oya's completely fine here. He's going to also, he's going to send these 3 Zealots out right now because he's looking for the Hydras. Like you, okay, now speed is done, that's going to change things slightly, but he still needs to send them out because he's looking for the Hydras. You can't defend a Hydra bust without knowing it's coming. So in PvZ, one of the things that you do is, with the Zealot expand, is you send out some Zealots just to see what they kill them with. You know the Zealots are going to die, but that's okay, because you want to see how they die. You want to see if it's mass Lings, mass speedlings, or if it's a Hydra that you catch coming the other direction.
Alright, so what's the game plan here for Zerg?
Well, Sziky's just going for free Hydra, but it's a bust. However, Oya's cannon is too far forward. And that's because he can't build them up to the right of the gateway because of the way he placed the gateway. You know how right at the start of the game I said that's not right?
Yeah.
He wants it 1 to the left because that way he can build the cannons up without blocking himself. He's left that open there on the right hand side because otherwise he can't get units out later. But it's going to punish him because his cannon is really far forward at the bottom. This is very good micro from Oya. This is like he should have been punished way harder for that than he was. He also doesn't have his information yet. That doesn't tell him what he wanted to know because that speed was already done. He thought there were a bunch of Lings, but that could also be Muta. against Hydra, he wants his cannons to be further back than this. So the Hydra can run right up to the wall and they can kill those two cannons. If they kill the cannons, then Oi is dead. You ideally want the cannons be staggered like one grid unit to the between them and the forge. You definitely don't want it like further to the left than the forge is, which is what he has. That bottom cannon is completely undefended. He can just Sziky will just kill that. His second cannon should have been where one of his cannons is currently making is, but he didn't place it correctly because he didn't believe there were Hydra. So this is actually like a fake Hydra bus too. Sziky isn't committing on this at all. He has made 6 Hydra, and then he has made another hatchery, and he's taken drones. It's actually kind of disappointing because I feel like he probably could have won this with a Hydra bus. Like Zealot Legs is nowhere. Zealot Legs is nowhere near. Those cannons were not placed the way that I would have wanted them against a Hydra bust. But Sziky didn't know that when he made his decision. He was just working with the information he had, and he decided that he was going to fake a Hydra bust into macro play. He's going to struggle though now because Oya is getting those gateways down.
Speed is almost done.
Yeah, and his +1 is lined up with it. So now it's going to be on Sziky to switch back into Hydras very quickly and also get a perfect wall and also get some seconds behind it. I would be surprised if he can hold this. Oya he's not fucking around with his gateways, is he? He's up to 8 gates.
50 probes, almost.
Yep, just 8 gate Protoss. And go. There's his +1.
Are the Zealots
it's like he's yeah. Oh, it's basically saying here, I know that you don't have Lair. Let's see if you can hold this without Lurkers and without Mutalisks.
I'm not sure why Sziky was trying to engage there.
Sziky, I think, doesn't understand how many gateways Oya has. Because he can't see inside Oya's base. He hasn't got a Scourge to fly by. But he thinks that with the hatcheries he has, with the macro he has, he can make enough Hydras to hold this. And against many players that'd be true. But Oya is building Zealots 7 at a time, as we can see on the production tab.
I'm waiting for that delicious storm to pop out.
That's why he's got 400 APM, just ready to bounce away. Sziky used to be like the top foreigner, and he's a Zerg player, which is a big deal because I don't think too many Zergs have sort of reached the top position unless I'm wrong.
I mean, Mondragon was around for a while.
Oh yeah, that's a good example. I remember him. Those storms weren't bad. Quite a bit of damage.
And he delayed the 6 cut, which is nice, but also we're seeing that Oya's doing his trademark no robo style again. He doesn't like going for the quick robo. He'll go for a wave of dragoons and then he'll try and just kill the lurkers using a storm. This is kind of sad, but there's all these zealots and they just can't do it.
Protoss gets a taste. Its own medicine.
Robo's starting now, but Lurk is done, so Oya no longer has the timing on attacking, but he's still fine. It's just Sziky's been able to recover his drones a bit. Sziky was on like 22 drones when he started making Hydras, and now he's got up to 38, and he's still making Hydras. So you look at him and think, somehow he slipped in like 16 drones during that time. He's been attacking constantly. A lot of the time, Like conceptually, you don't want to be switching between two different things. You want it's either time to attack or time to macro. But for Zerg, because they have such a difficult, because they can go 100% on either way, they have to alternate. Sometimes it's a weird situation, but he's done a fantastic job in this game of keeping the pressure on his opponent while at the same time developing his economy.
No observers, so these lurkers are gonna have free reign.
You'd be surprised. I think he's gonna. Does he have any storms left? Because Oi does a good job of fighting lurkers without observers. Every PvZ he does this. And every PvZ it looks like it's a bad idea, and then he. The one thing I think that should be noted here is that Sziky doesn't have a Spire, which means Oi is just, he knows he's completely safe to just do this with a big round army. He's not worried about counterattacks, he's not worried about his high tempo being picked off. They are just competing in the mid game. And I think mid game PvZ, Protoss is stronger. Oi's army should actually be able to eventually just defeat Sziky.
Any kind of drop would be effective.
I agree. Lurker drop, but behind the mineral line, that kind of thing would be really good here. But if it just stays in Hydra and Lurker against Gateway units,
I was thinking of Storm drop on Zerg's base, but yeah. These are strong. There's an observer. It's not gonna catch that one lurker. There it is. Oh, we got two observers.
Look at the supply. Look at Oya's macro this game. And I think it was always inevitable the game was going to get to the point where Oya just had this kind of huge army that Sziky couldn't stop. If you play mid game against a macro product who's just willing to throw down as many gateways, this is going to happen to you, and you're going to just run into stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna get the Templar.
Oh, he's up 50 supply now. And it's only getting wider, 60 supply. I think if his blings don't have attack upgrade, they're not going to do much damage either.
1-2 upgrades for Oya. Trying to catch one of these links to see what the upgrades are. Hydralisks have +2 attack. There's no energy. Yeah, I think Ziky's gonna run over here. Boy, you did it. Nicely done. By the Sonitas. (2-0) for Oya in this best of 7. Next map is Circuit Breaker. Sziky is coming back from some inactivity. Although I heard he's playing, he was playing fastest map. So he's trying to shake off some rust. And he wants 2021 to be his year. Wish him the best. Great guy, so is Oya. I had just heard from Sinkler, Zinkler, is that his name? That Sziky was playing fastest map and wasn't playing melee or ladder. So maybe Sziky hasn't been inactive and he's still playing. He will be in our tournament. He's excited, I'm excited. So is Oya. See how he does.
Is Grind Boss still out?
Grind Boss is not in the tournament, no. But he messages me almost every day. And his messages are like, me tournament? I'm like, no, but if a Terran drops out, maybe. So, Gateway first. Getting hot in the sauna. Let's see if Sziky can open the door and let some air in. Cool things down.
Yeah, this is a pretty standard game so far. Gateway expand into 21 next against Overpool. With cross positions, we should see Oya just pull the Zealot back. He's not going to get anything down here. And that looks like what he's doing. But I would assume that Sziky also knows that Oya's going to pull them back. He's not going to worry too much about them. He knows that Oya's bluffing. Question is, can the probe get in? It looks like there's 2 links on the ramp. The probe's not going to make it in. And with that, oh, I like how he's hidden the top of that probe behind the gateway. That's nice, because he's got the solid wall, but the probe is the weak point. So he's hidden the probe so it can't be selected. Very clever. Oh, he can't lose that gate. That's that up. Oh, okay, he's not going to. It's fine. That cannon is far forward again. I think that's a mistake. I think the cannon should be staggered back at 1 unit. Also, it's kind of a big deal that Oya's not been able to scout. Is Oya scouting? Oh shit, Lings are getting in. He had the 3 Zealots, but he didn't put them where he needed them.
Oh, is he just gonna move out? Yeah.
Yeah, this is fairly standard to move out on 3 Zealots just to look for Hydras. And it's more important to do so when you can't get a scout inside their base. Sziky had 2 lings on the ramp to deny the scout, which is making Oya feel nervous. He shouldn't have let these in though. He had 3 Zealots, but he pulled his probe from the top of the wall, and then he didn't put the Zealot where the probe was.
Oh, he's got a bunch of links at home.
Yeah, but this Zealot push is never going to do any damage. It's always going to die to something. It might die to lings, it might die to hydras, it might die to muta. It's just the question is what's it going to die to. That you do it to scout. So in this case, Sziky's going to kill it with lings, but that's important to know because if he kills it with lings, it means there aren't hydras. Link speed, however, and there's a lot of...
should be expecting mutas to come, right?
Yeah. Oya's put his probes correctly here. This is good. And also, okay, is he holding the wall? Can we find out?
Takes out the cannon.
He's lucky there's no more lings coming because that cannon going down.
It's the only line of defense he had.
Yeah, it's opened up a big gap in his defense. But if there's no follow-up things coming, then actually there's nothing. He's not going to get punished for it.
Repeat of the Colin Shaylin game.
Yeah. Where the moment the cannon went down, Shaylin just immediately made like 12 more lings. In this case, Sziky's doing the same thing. The moment the cannon went down, making lings, but it's cross position and the... Oh, he's not holding the wall though. Let's find out what happens. Here comes 5 meter as well. Also, he's not been able to build cannons in the main. Oya should lose this one, honestly. He's only just starting his anti-air now. There's been the muta has just been so the feeding's been terrorizing the main. The Stargate timing has been lost completely. No cannons in the main.
Does he not think that mutas are headed to his base right now?
He's been busy. He thinks there are mutas, but he's been busy.
Well, he could be making cannons next to his nexus.
He's trying to get out some Dragoon as quickly as he can.
I wonder if he's underestimating how fast the mutas are coming.
Yeah, you could be right.
He's got no line of defense. He's got a Zealot making, not even a Dragon. I wonder if he's just gonna GG.
And you can see, yeah, okay.
I mean, it wasn't a great victory by Sziky. I think Oya messed up, right?
He should not have let those lings in, and when he let those lings in is when it all went wrong. Because the first like 4 minutes was completely standard, nothing. Like if you told both players they could pick up that replay or pick up that game from 4 minutes in, I think both would have been fine to do that, just because it looked like every single game anyone's ever played. It's no advantage either way. Once the speedings get in, then it gets interesting. And it was very preventable.
Sziky won a game. It's 1-2 for Oya so far. Best of 7. Next map is Eclipse. Not so hot in the sauna right now. I'm sorry, I know it's so stupid, but the nickname's just funny to me. I once made the mistake of saying, oh, someone poured water on the rocks in the sauna. Meaning that Oya wasn't playing so well, but someone reminded me that the sauna just gets hotter when you do that. Let's see if Sziky can tie it up. Guessing we're gonna see a gateway opener. Our casting is open to the public. Anyone is welcome to jump in and co-cast. You can be serious and knowledgeable. You can have fun and keep things lighthearted. The whole point is to create an inclusive community experience. Come and be welcome. Hey, I'm right. It's a gateway.
Yeah, what I'm curious about is whether he's going to follow a pylon at 12, because I've seen him do that and it's very frustrating for the Zerg. You put a pylon at their third location, you block their natural as much as you can, and then it's actually quite difficult for them to hold up a Zealot pressure on their natural while also clearing the pylon at the third, and here we are, he's going to do it. This is something that Oya loves to do. He does this like every single time I watch him on Eclipse, and it's really effective.
Can Sziky never hatch before a pool?
You just don't have time to spare the lings to clear that pylon.
Why doesn't Sziky ever get a hatch before his pool?
You can't ever hatch before pool on this map because you get cannon rushed. It just auto loses to any scout timing on 8.
I feel like every single game he's gonna pool before his hatch, huh? Oh, that sucks.
Overpool's very standard. This is actually kind of awful for Sziky because he can't place his hatches. And there's going to be Zealot pressure coming, and once the Zealot pressure is coming, that creates pressure on the lava, because the lava has to be used for something. And he can't use them for both domes and lings. Like we are, what, 2.5 minutes into the game and he hasn't placed his first hatchery. Now normally if somebody's doing this to your natural, you just take your third. However, he can't take his third because there's a pylon there.
Do you do this too, Quark?
I don't, but only because I don't gateway expand. But like I watch Aya do this. It's just really strong. If your opponent can't make anything because they have no hatcheries, then game becomes quite easy.
There goes the scouting probe.
Yeah, and link speed is starting immediately. So Sziky is just going to try and punish with speed links. He knows it's going to be a late forge, especially because there were 2 cancelled pylons and a destroyed pylon. So
Why is he supply
it's going to be
Oh, he
he lost
his
his pylon at 12.
pylons, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Zeke's just going to try and kill the gateway. He knows there's no cannon coming anytime soon. Oh, he's not making any more links. He's going drones again. So this is a fake attempt to kill the gateway. Although I feel like if the gateway got low, he would just go for it.
You might get it. Nope.
We will see what Sziky believes because we can see his production tab. If we suddenly see a bunch of links being made, then we know that Sziky thinks that it's going to happen.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the speed, but
he's fishing. If he sees an opportunity, he can capitalize on it. If he doesn't see an opportunity, then it's fine. It also guarantees that I will never get a scout. The speed links mean that no probe is ever going to be able to scout him. Also, even if I goes for Zealot Scout, which he's going to have to do because otherwise he'll just die to Hydro Blast. Speed links make it much more dangerous to do a Zealot Scout because you have to keep a wall at your natural at the same time. Because otherwise you get backstabbed, and then if you leave half a unit to your natural, then you just get your Zealots caught out by speed links and killed.
So it doesn't seem in a bad place.
Yeah, Zeke's in a great place now. I think against Gateway Expand openers, I always like speed against them, just because it makes the Zealots that much less dangerous. The Aya has to leave. He's got to do the Zealot Scout because otherwise he just dies. But he's also got to leave 2 Zealots behind. It's not a Hydro Bust, but Aya doesn't know, which is why he has to do the Zealot Scout. But he's look at how he's playing it. Look at how he moves the Zealots forward and back. He's afraid. He can't actually move out his Zealots because of the links.
Things aren't looking so clear in the sauna.
Yeah, if you imagine if Sziky had like 16 speed links right now, if the 3 Zealots moved out just as slightly further than they are, they could get around and killed before the 2 Zealots could come join and save them. If he moved out with 5 Zealots, like he's doing now, and there wasn't something in that choke, 16 speed links is just going to end the game. The fact that speed exists is making Aya play incredibly carefully. Does Sziky know that these Zealots got out? He's got to, surely.
He does now.
Also, if you look at Aya's build with the Dragoon Range and Goons, this build here is a build that Aya does when he doesn't know if it's Hydra or Muta. Because if your micro is really, really good, you can actually hold a Hydra Bust with range Dragoons because they have 1 more range than the Hydras. But that is incredibly difficult to do. Aya's trying it because he's good enough to do it, but it's not something that you do. It's not a comfort build for anybody. It's something you do because you don't know what you're up against.
Yep, he's surprising with the Zealots. The links were all over the place.
The Zealot fight was very good. Normally there's an Overlord on the high ground to the right of the natural. You normally wouldn't get away with that, but
that wasn't bad.
And yeah, the scouting is just as important as as any damage it does. Just confirming that what the game situation is huge here. Confirming he doesn't need a Stargate, confirming he doesn't need the cannons in his main and that. He's just going to be able to transition into 6-gate Goon High Templar. So I like Sziky's position. Sziky's going to be able to do a perfect 6-cat Hydra here. He's got his economy. He's got the base he wants. He has the hat speed he wants. He's taken no damage. This is probably the most even game they've played so far. The other games have looked kind of one-sided either way. This game here, it could go absolutely either way.
Got a second forge.
He doesn't need Corsairs, he's got gas to burn. Although I wouldn't mind seeing Sziky actually drop a Spire and get some Mutilus just to force a response from Oya, just to... It puts pressure on the Protoss gas. Protoss doesn't want to go Goons plus Maelstrom plus Corsairs plus double upgrade plus High Templar.
Does Sziky not need gas at his third?
Not for 6-cat Hydra.
Ooh, I don't know why he didn't go for that. Oh, that was good for Oya. That wasn't good at all for Sziky. I think if he kept attacking, it wouldn't have been so bad. But he hesitated for a second. I was counting. It's a DT.
I quite like this. This is actually really good timing with the Hydra because the Goons are terrible. And the cannons were right up against the
He couldn't go to the third, there's a DT there, but...
I feel like Sziky's actually going to get the better end of the trade. I don't think he's going to win, but I think that this is more dangerous than Oya's attack. That one DT is going to eventually clear it out there.
I mean... He didn't even take out the Nexus. He wasn't targeting it. I think he could have probably killed it and ran away. That's a shame.
I always feel like Hydra are more dangerous than anything else that Protoss or anything that Protoss has.
(3-1) for Oya. Game 5 on Polypoint. Sziky doesn't seem to have an answer to Oya.
Sziky is relying on like very Hydra heavy mid game plays a lot, and Oya also likes the mid game gateway heavy timings. So we keep getting these big mid game clashes, and I think it's the Protoss favored part of the game. If Oya was one of those Protoss players who tries to take like quite a quick third or tech too quickly, then he would get run over. But Oya, given the chance, will just make a bunch of gateways and a bunch of gateway units, and that's what he wants against Sziky. It's just going to be a 9-gate.
Yeah, I think this is the first game. Sziky is gonna put down a hatchery before a pool.
Yeah, it's an 11 hatch. It's going to be 11 hatch temple, which is not as risky because Oya is kind of known for doing proxy gates, and also just you can if you get first scout and you're trying to do 12 hat 11 pool, then you end up going for 12 pool, and 12 pool is just not what you want. So a lot of Zergs do 11 hat 10 pool, which is just a safer option, and that's what we saw here. But unlike the other games where the Seekers went overpool, this time the Zealots will just be routed across the map. It's not going to be fake Zealot pressure just to force some lanes. It's going to be actual Zealot pressure. We're going to see how much time the drone can buy. I was assuming that drone's there on purpose to try and delay the Zealot. Yep, here we go.
It's pretty pulsy.
Kind of cute. There are some Zergs who are really good at that because they understand the Zealot attack animation perfectly. So they will they make the Zealot will stop and then it will decide to attack, and they stop the drone in front of it. Then as the Zealot stops, they move the drone slightly forwards again, over and over, just to keep the Zealot in that about to attack animation.
Ooh, got one drone.
Oh, nice hit there with the probe. Yeah, that probe just did a nice shot as it moved away. Also, the probe can attack through the middle line here if it wants to.
That better be a nice toy you have for Cork Jr.
Yeah, he's got a rattle. So this time Oya only sent the one Zealot and then immediately went forward to cannon, which is the right play because it turned out that Sziky overmade lings. Sziky only needed his first like 6 lings to be safe, but it made more lings than that, which has allowed Oya to go ahead just by going for a very greedy expansion and defending with cannon. And then he slips out a Zealot just so he gets the scouting as well. This is nice. If Sziky can find the Zealot, then Sziky's going to be in a great position. But if the Zealot confirms the scout, then Oya is going to have both the money from the quick expansion and also he's going to know exactly what he needs to make. So it's going to be a tough game for Sziky if Oya gets the scouting. Like now he's got to find a mineral crystal and hide behind it. He's going to go for this one at the middle only. Let's see if he can make it in. He's running for it.
Yep.
Oh, he's made it. Oh no, he
took a lot of hits.
Apparently the link can attack across that gap. Who knew? Well, that's unfortunate, but he now has to play slightly more safely than he would like. Okay, he's just going to try and get some more information with the 2 Zealots. But that's exactly why Sziky's getting link speed. He just wants to keep his opponent in the dark. And we're seeing the quick Dragoon range again, which is, I think, another. It's because I was getting in the dark about what exactly he's up against here. If he had confirmed that there was fire, he would go Stargate. If he confirmed there was no fire, he would go straight for the Zealot legs and archives. But because he doesn't know, he's just trying to split the difference with Dragoon range. Also, look at his cannon placement this time. That's a much better cannon placement against Hazardous. but those cannons are really far back. They don't do a great job defending the wall, but that's okay because it forces the Zerg to kill the wall before they can actually attack, which gives you lots more time.
I'm not sure what Sziky's been doing this whole time. His drone count is still low. He has no real units.
He's been making hatcheries.
Is that the best build? I feel like you're gonna come up short. Like, he needs some units now to defend.
I think it's fine. He doesn't need very many units to defend.
He's just pumping them out right now. I don't know about heavy dragoons though. Might work out. Oh,
you really don't need that many. Yeah, you don't need that many speedings and hydras to defend against dragoons because dragoons just a terrible unit.
Is he behind on gateways?
He's fine.
He now? And 3?
This is a very even game so far. It could go either way.
I like to see like 40 drones right now. Yeah, I don't know anything about the matchup. But...
Well, he just started another 7 drones, as you said that. He just has to switch between the two. He can't just go pure drones or pure hydras. He's got to keep the pressure on while getting drones out as he can.
It just seems every game Oya picks a better build. And it's not necessarily because of micro that he wins.
Again, Sziky's style is very mid-game heavy.
Oh, he's trying to snipe Templars.
Like it's tough to beat Oya in the mid game because Oya just was very happy to get double upgrades, throw down 8 gateways, and he's got very good macro. So if you're a mid game Zerg player, you're always going to have a tough time with Oya. That and the delayed robo. There's Oya deliberately goes for this timing here.
Double the supply?
Yeah, this is GG. It's if the Protoss didn't have like 8 gateways pumping this many units, and if they hadn't skipped the robo and that kind of thing, I feel like Sziky would have no trouble holding this. It's just Oya is stylistically not the right opponent for Sziky to beat. The timing that Sziky goes for is like Sziky tries to get a surprising number of Hydralisks in your face in the early mid game, and Oya is trying to do the exact same thing but a bunch of speed dots and high Templar. You end up with the speed dots and high Templar just running into each other, and the Protoss wins that fight.
Yapsat made it look so easy when he was playing against Kala, and he's just one Hydralisk. I don't know what variation of of this Hydralisk build he had, but it seemed very effective.
He's got Oya's Gate, wake up. It's silly. Got 5.
I think he's got 8.
Yeah, so I think
No,
it
he's
goes
got more
5,
than
that,
8.
that makes 9, that
9.
makes 10. Yeah, he had 5 on the top, then a block of 4.
Yeah, he's got
and then
one
the
down
natural.
there.
Yeah. 10 gate. And like it's just double upgrading 10 gate throwing units at him. And if you're on Lair Tech, this is not going to be a fun time for you. Also, no Mucilis to fill, and Oya's taking advantage of that. Like, Oya's, if the POTUS get to choose how they spend their gas, they're going to be with High Templar, because High Templar are incredibly good value for money. The issue is that if you just build High Templar, then you end up losing the High Templar to something else. If something else isn't happening, then just sell a High Templar.
He made it look so easy. Sziky is an S rank 400 APM Zerg. But Oya 141 at best of 7. Shout out to the people who contributed to the prize. I think we got it to $40. Sorry, I can't